Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Graduates celebrating Baltimore cohorts 3 and 4.
Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound's like a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me.
We can all have a seat. Let's give these graduates another big round of applause. So we just participated, that's right. We just participated in a roundtable discussion with just a small group that represents all of you all, and it was just totally exciting. So let me just say good afternoon to everyone, and I want to thank Tebow, Mannequin, and the Seawall Group for allowing us to use this space and for hosting us this afternoon. We are so excited about this particular effort, and I can tell you, it's just a year ago, we were here in Baltimore, and I was telling folks, it doesn't get much better than Goldman Sachs, a partnership with Bloomberg. It just doesn't get much better than that. And so I want to applaud our partners. What I want you all to know is that the eyes of the world is upon you, because we also had Warren Buffett here. So we know that when we talk about the growth of this country, that small business is in fact the backbone. And we don't mean for small in the sense of small, because we expect that you all will grow to be great and large businesses throughout this country. But we're so grateful to Goldman Sachs and 10,000 small businesses because of the $10 million co-investment with Bloomberg Philanthropies. Give that a round of applause. I mean, this is an effort that they're sharing with all of us to urge the growth of small business in this nation. You know how to apply to the program. You all know, all 69 of you all. But you need to make sure that others know, because this is a movement. This is about how we expand business across the nation. And so we are grateful that you all are here. And let me just say this to our small business folks. We know you don't get here by yourself. You know, it is the support system around you. As was said in our roundtable discussion, that you all have formed relationships with the individuals who are in your class. And we're grateful for that. But we also know that it is your family and your support system and your friends that help you to get here. I have the distinct privilege and honor to introduce Bloomberg Global Head for External Relations, Kevin Sheekey. He is just awesome, you all. Let me just say, give him a big round of applause. Again, we know for many of you this is an awesome beginning, but we know that in front of you is an extraordinary future. So on behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, the city of Baltimore, and myself, congratulations.
I want to thank Baltimore's great mayor. We've had a distinguished time working together with her since she came into office. I had the pleasure of being here on behalf of Mike Bloomberg. And if you don't think a small business can become a big business, Mike Bloomberg put his way through college, parking cars about 6 blocks from here, Johns Hopkins University. And today he's got a small company with 100 offices in 176 cities around the world, 20,000 employees. And it'd be up to John to take him into the public markets, but John would probably tell you it's worth anywhere between $50 and $60 billion. And so each and every one of you should set your sights just that high. Let me tell you, I want to give a shout out to Maryland's great, they say junior senator. I don't think any senator is junior. He's a new senator, and Maryland is incredibly lucky to have him. Obviously, John Rogers, for whom, if he was not here, we would not be here. Listen, I could quote all day Mike Bloomberg. I've had the pleasure of working for Mike for 20 plus years. I was a deputy mayor in New York City and the campaign manager of 3 different cycles. But I don't think I am, because I, like the mayor, got to spend a little bit of time with a small group of you this morning. And Jason, who's in the room here somewhere, said something that really resonated with me, which is we were thinking about working in our businesses and we were not thinking about working on our businesses. And I think that really kind of sums it up, right? And it's true, it's not just the businesses, it could be the mayor, and it's how we thought about City Hall. We weren't working, you know, in the city. We need to get out there and start working for the city and what it was going to do and how it was going to advance. And every day Mike Bloomberg came to office and said, I don't want to hear about what you're doing today. I want to hear what you're doing today that's going to change the future for tomorrow. Don't worry about what they're saying today. Think about what they're going to say 10, 20 years from now. And there's an article in the New York Times that came online over the weekend that talked about 3 parks that came online in Brooklyn just this past weekend, for which Mike Bloomberg will give no credit, but for which he spent hours and hours making sure those came online. And the pride with which you can look back is something that I know every single person that I'm looking at right now is going to feel someday. And so a shout out to you, but another shout out, which the mayor referenced, to everyone that's supporting you. Because I know when you're working on those businesses, I know there's someone at home, there's someone taking care of the kids, there's someone taking care of your folks, whatever else it is. I know the support network that you need. Because I know the support network that Mike Bloomberg needed, I know the support network that all of us need, and I know what it took you guys to take time out. Your businesses didn't close down while you guys went off to school for 4 months. You had to do every single thing, every single day, and then find time to go out and do this. And it's amazing. And I said it to John earlier, every single time I sit down or get exposed to 10,000 small businesses, I just think to myself, I am not worthy. It's just, I am incredibly impressed, and again was impressed with what you guys are doing, the articulate nature that you come about to spot those challenges, build those relationships, and at the end of the day, you're going to build this city. And I get back to Mike, which is, Mike went to John and his colleague, Lloyd Blankfein, after they did 10,000. Mike had been involved long before Baltimore and said, I think we need to go to Baltimore next. And said, I'd like to ask you, and I'll make a contribution, but let's get this program to Baltimore, because he saw how valuable it is. And I look around this room, I look at the mayor, I look at the senator here, and I know what I'm doing is looking out at a bunch of people that are not only going to change their business, you're going to change this city, you're going to change this state, and working with John and people around the country, you're going to change the country. And this is where it is, right? And if you can make a difference locally, you can make a difference nationally. And, I don't need to tell this group, but you never lose hope. And it's just an honor to be here on behalf of Mike and see the difference you make, and I want to thank you for doing it. Appreciate it. There's another thing I remember. Don't ever, ever follow a speaker from this program, because I saw a woman get up last time when we were here down for a graduation, and the only thing after watching her speak, I thought to myself, thank God I did not let Mike Bloomberg follow her. And so let me introduce Odessa.
Now, y'all know I always cry. Don't do that. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you, Bloomberg and Goldman Sachs, for the extraordinary gift of this 10,000 Small Business Program. Of course, I have to start by thanking Cohort 3 for nominating me to speak in front of you. Y'all have actually helped fulfill my folks' dream of having a valedictorian-like speech. So, thanks a lot. To all of you who don't know me, my name is Odessa Phillip. I'm president and CEO of Aceto Consulting. Our firm specializes in explaining the impact of construction projects on adjacent communities. I'm an engineer by education and spent nearly 15 years working for private firms. In 2012, I decided to take a leap of faith, or as all of you know, do something completely insane, and started my own business. I hit the ground running, executing my shiny new 5-year business plan, pursuing transportation projects, supported by my community of family and friends, and my first 2 employees, mom and dad. And then I realized that even though I had a few employees, our growth was beginning to plateau. I couldn't grow my business because, as the theme of the night is, I was too busy being in my business to be on my business. So at the end of 5 years, I found myself unsure of what the next step should be. I tapped into a community of women business owners that I had started working with, and 2 women had participated in the 10,000 Small Business Program. They suggested that I apply. Then I got the call from the program, and they said, you need to be out of your office 2 days a week. And I was like, oh well, that's the end of that. I will not be doing that. But I also sought advice from my mentor, Marsha Bomar. She's a female small business owner in Atlanta, and she told me if I couldn't step away from my business, I didn't have the right people working there. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It was a gut check, but as I often do, I said, all right, and I dove headfirst into this program with all of these women and men you see here, and boy, were there a lot of takeaways. I almost cried, because I cry, during the HR class, because I had struggled so much with hiring and staffing, but the program pushed me in all of the right ways. We now have detailed job descriptions, thank you, patience, and all of the folks in my accountability group. I've hired a senior manager and formed a leadership team, and they can run the day-to-day operations of my business. So now we think like a prime. Instead of working to get 1% of somebody else's contract, we're going after that contract on our own. So yes, that means we are hiring. We had a guy accept a position just last week, Wednesday, and in fact, with our increased workload, we're planning to hire 4 new employees by the end of 2018. With the guidance of our growth plan, we are also thinking bigger. We're entering new sectors. We're working with BG&E in addition to our transportation and environmental work. We're super proud of our work in Baltimore and in Prince George's County, where we're headquartered and are just about to open our first headquarters office. And regionally, we're taking advantage of the strengthening small business environment. Senator Van Hollen. That was my mama. And I wanted to say thank you for supporting small business. My mom was right when she decided to work on your campaign. Mayor Pugh, thank you for the work you're doing here in Baltimore. I've become a lover of this city, and it's because of the work that we're able to do here. Your head of DOT, Michelle Pouchot, oh good Lord, I knew I was gonna do that. Pouchot, I know her well, is about to lead a few projects that are gonna be critical to our growth. And all through my life, a strong sense of community has led me. My family and friends who are here today, mentors, and cohort 3. My women business owner network that are here, and the support from you, Mayor Pugh, and your team and the state of Maryland, we will continue to persevere. I'm now honored to join the 10,000 small business alumni community here in Baltimore and to be part of 7,300 alumni across the country. Y'all have helped lift me and my business, and now I'm poised to give back to the community to help small businesses do what we do best, drive this U.S. economy. It's now my honor and pleasure to introduce John Rogers, Executive Vice President of Goldman Sachs.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say how delighted I am to be with all of you, with the graduates of this program, with your families. It's really just a tremendous privilege to be among all of you. Whenever I have a doubt about the direction of our country, I just come to a graduation of 10,000 small business, and that spirit of America is just completely renewed. And that's just because of all of your enthusiasm and what you're going to do to make a difference for yourselves and for your business and for your community. And when I talk about community, I can't begin that conversation here in Baltimore without talking about Catherine Pugh, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Catherine. Because just after her election and after the recommendation of Mike Bloomberg that we look at Baltimore, we had been in 13 other cities across the country, I went to see the mayor. Now I have to tell you that I have a lot of discussions with different mayors, and sometimes they begin with, thank you about the program, but we're not interested in that. We want you to build volleyball fields, or we want you to do something out in the community. And I usually say, well, don't do soccer fields, and we don't do that kind of work. I didn't have to begin that conversation with Catherine, because she immediately wanted the program to come here, to be part of the community, and no matter what time I spend with her, she's always talking about investing in Baltimore, one form or another. And I am convinced that this program that she's helped sponsor here, and together with the community leaders from the academic institutions that have put this together, I'm quite confident about the future given that spirit of enthusiasm. So I want to thank all of you for participating, for applying to the program to begin with. We couldn't be more delighted at Goldman Sachs to welcome the 69 graduates today into our army of 10,000 small businesses. So thank you very much. And now it's my privilege to introduce your senator, Chris Rednold.
Well, thank you, John, and it is great to be here with the enthusiastic graduates and family and friends. And I want to start by thanking John Rogers and Goldman Sachs for bringing the 10,000 Small Business Program here to Baltimore City. Let's give them a big round of applause. And for teaming up with Bloomberg, Kevin, thank you, and for all the other partners who have been part of this important success story. Thank you to our house and the folks who provided the space today and the space for our roundtable. And it's always great to be here in Mayor Pugh's house, the great city of Baltimore City. Thank you, Mayor, for what you're doing across the board, and for, as John reported, your enthusiasm in bringing this program here to Baltimore City. I also want to thank Odessa's mom for supporting me in my campaign. Thank you very much. And most of all, congratulations to all of you who've gone through this program and to your family and friends who've supported it. Look, I see small business men and women at work every day, and I think sometimes in the United States Senate we have crazy schedules, but you have an even crazier schedule. 24/7, you are trying to do everything all the time. You're the CEOs, the COOs, you're sort of the strategic planners, and you're the people who are first in the morning and last out at night and worrying all the time in between. And so I salute all of you for being enrolled in this program, invited to participate in the program. Hopefully it's not going to change your 24/7 schedule, but hopefully it will give you an opportunity to take a little bit of step back as you sort of figure out your next steps going forward. So congratulations to all of you. At the city level and the state level and the federal level of government, I see it as our job to do the very best to provide a good environment for you and to try to provide you with whatever tools we can. Now, obviously, this program that was put on and that you participated in is a critical piece of providing those tools. In the larger ecosystem, we want to make sure that there's a workforce out there that also meets your needs. And I do want to thank Dr. Wilson and all the great team at Baltimore State, Morgan State University for their leadership. I had the great privilege of attending the graduation ceremony at Morgan State not that long ago, and had a sense of enthusiasm of the new students who are graduating and their dreams. And I know a lot of them from the roundtable discussion we heard. Some of them are now going to work for some of you. So it's an important example of how a university like Morgan State University or other universities can play a really important role, first of all, in igniting dreams in people, but also then providing folks in the workforce who can help you achieve your dreams. And the same is true, of course, at community colleges. And the Community College of Baltimore County is a great example. So I also want to thank Dr. Curtinitis. Dr. Curtinitis for her leadership, and I've had a chance to visit with her and her team as well. Look, in addition to the workforce, obviously access to capital and being bankable is important, and I know you got a lot of pointers along the way as part of this program. At the federal level, I can tell you we want to continue to make a commitment to you through what is available to the federal program. The main programs are the Small Business Administration. And I had an opportunity during the roundtable to sit next to a very important person and somebody with an inspiring story. That's Lakeisha Brown. And as I said during the roundtable, I broke at one moment and said, I am really demonstrating more restraint than I've had for a long time, because sitting right in front of me, placed right in front of me, was this beautiful box of chocolate-covered strawberries. And I had to do everything I could to restrain myself, and I'm grateful to Lakeisha, because after it was over, she saw my pain and she gave me a box. So I want to thank her very much. But she mentioned during her comments that she had gotten some support early on from the Small Business Administration. So I look forward to working with all of you to continue that commitment. And I had a chance to meet with many of you when you were in Washington on Capitol Hill for your program. And I want to encourage all of you, even in your 24/7-hour days, to monitor and keep track of what is happening at the federal level and the state level and the city level with respect to small businesses. Because if not something that's going to, well, what happens there can have an impact on you. And I will just say this as we go into this budget cycle. There have been some proposed cuts to the SBA. There has been the proposed elimination of the CDFI program. I know that one of the things that you've done here at Goldman Sachs is try and put people in touch with some of those funding opportunities. There's been a proposal to eliminate what's called the Economic Development Administration, the Department of Commerce, to eliminate the Minority Small Business Opportunity Grant. So there have been proposals that have come down from this administration to wipe them out. Now, the good news is, on a bipartisan basis, and I want to stress that, on Capitol Hill, there's been pushback, because whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or something else, people understand that investing in small businesses is good for our communities and our country. And I'm going to end on this. We do wish you the greatest success in achieving your dreams and your aspirations. And I know you've been putting together those growth plans, and we wish you the best in achieving those growth plans. But we do it not only because we want to make sure that you achieve your dreams, but because of what you do also helps the greater community. And when you're successful, it means you're hiring more people, whether in Baltimore City or Maryland or other places around the country. And small businesses are, of course, engaged in their communities. So you are not just hiring people, but the money that you're spending as part of your business, you're spending a lot bigger share of it in Maryland than it would be the case if it was part of a large national chain, for example. So independent businesses spend and invest a lot more money in their communities than a large chain does. And so your success is the success of our city, of our state, and our country. And like John and others here, I could not be more optimistic about where we're headed in the city and the state and the country by looking out at all of you. Congratulations and best success. And now it's my privilege. I got to sit between two extraordinary and talented women. One was Lakeisha Brown, whose business I mentioned. The other was Robin Bell. And Robin is the president and CEO of the Roadrunner Specialty Group that does sort of specialty nursing projects, wellness opportunities, which is something, as all of you know, is much in demand around our state and around our country. So please join me in welcoming here one of your terrific fellow graduates, Robin Bell.
Thank you, cohort 4 and 3. Thank you so much. Thank you, Senator Van Hollen. We truly appreciate your leadership and support of small businesses in the state of Maryland. I am Robin Bell. I'm the president and CEO of Roadrunner Specialty Group. We provide expertly trained registered nurses to clients in their homes who receive complex IV therapies. I'm a registered nurse by training, but at the height of the recession, I could not find a job. So in 2012, with absolutely nothing to lose, I took my economic future in my own hands and started my own business in specialty nurse staffing. I went full steam ahead, and within 1 year, we had 2 employees and over $125,000 in revenue. You see, growing up with my brother Jay and my 3 cousins, Bobby, Kevin, and John Eric, who all played sports, I became extremely competitive. I have never been content to be just good enough. While the business was doing very well, there was still more room for growth, and I was very motivated to be the very best in my own industry. I applied to the 10,000 Small Businesses program because I wanted to work on expanding my business beyond its current footprint. I was not sure what to expect, but let me tell you, this experience has been life-changing. I quickly realized that I was all caught up in the day-to-day operations of my business. I was so focused on cash flow that I couldn't push myself to reach the next benchmark of growth. You see, like many of you out there, my business is very personal. I have struggled with obesity my entire life, and one of the things that has helped me lose over 125 pounds over the past 2 years was a more wellness-focused lifestyle. This has become the inspiration for my new line of business, launching this month, called the Revival Lounge, where we will bring our micronutrient health and wellness services to our clients wherever they are. And a quick shout out to Dave Carberry. Thank you, Dave, for helping me come up with that name of the business. With this new venture, by year's end, we will add an additional $50,000 in revenue from Revival Lounge, and within 24 months, we will surpass the revenue that we currently generate. I am also very excited to announce that we are going to open a spa in the Baltimore area, offering these very same services next year. My 10,000 Small Businesses classmates have also been a huge driver of my success. They have become my customers, suppliers, and partners in business. I now do business with Christina Gennari of Revolution Eyes and Gary Ditto of Who's Staffing, who has helped me hire my newest executive assistant just last Thursday. The talent, strength, humility, and diversity of our group of businesses exemplifies what is so incredibly wonderful about Baltimore and the state of Maryland, hun. When I think how I got here today, I think about my maternal grandmother, Alma Marshall Jennings, who was also a small business owner. My grandmother owned a laundromat. And as a little girl, I remember being by her side as we emptied the coins from the machines and just how incredibly hard she worked. She was also a charter member of the Albany chapter of the Girlfriends Incorporated, which is the oldest black women's social organization in the country. I relish the opportunity to mentor and work with young women who are trying to find their way in the world. That was me not so very long ago. 10,000 Small Businesses is like that for me as well. We support each other through every bump in the road. The program also taught me to take my dreams and multiply them by 10,000. To my fellow classmates, know that there's so much more success ahead of us and that you can never, ever dream too big. Now, it is my honor and my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. David Wilson, President of Morgan State University. A key educational partner for this program here in Baltimore. Dr. Wilson. Thank you.
Go Bears. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Robin, for sharing your very compelling and impressive journey with us. I really don't know who brought the largest cheering squad here today, if you will, cohort 3 or cohort 4. But I really enjoyed listening to your journey and also Odessa's. I do want to say to Madam Mayor Pugh that she really understands what it means to cheer for success. You might not know this, but while Mayor Pugh was pursuing her degree in business from Morgan, she also was an award-winning cheerleader at the university. And so she prepared herself uncommonly well to be that great entrepreneur, and then she understands the importance of supporting those of you and then cheering you on as well. And so thank you very much, Madam Mayor. We also express our appreciation to Bloomberg for the incredible support for this program, and to Goldman Sachs as well for bringing this opportunity to our city and to our university. We've come a long way in 1 year. And on behalf of Morgan State, it truly has been a privilege to be a Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses partner. This program is about partnerships, and there really aren't two greater partners to have than the Johns Hopkins University and the Community College of Baltimore County. Now, you absolutely give them a round of applause. These are phenomenal universities, and it really helps that Ron Daniels and Sandra Curtinitis and I, in addition to being presidents of our respective institutions, are friends. And so we understand what it means to be in this space and to really extend the missions of our institution to, in this case, meet you where you are as small businesses, imbue you with the skills that you will need to go on and grow those businesses going forward. On behalf of the 10,000 Small Businesses program in Baltimore as well, I would like to thank the faculty across all of the partners for their hard work in expertly delivering this program this past year. You heard from Sherry this morning. We certainly thank you for overseeing this for us. We also have the Dean of the Earl G. Graves School of Business and Management here, Dr. Figu Bogosian, as well as our Associate Dean. And then I would like to extend appreciations to Dr. Joseph Wells, who is Director of our MBA program and overseeing the program as well. And so now it is my honor to welcome Professor and Vice Dean for Education, Kevin Frick of the Carey Business School at Johns Hopkins University, and President Sandra Curtinitis of the Community College of Baltimore County to the stage to begin what you have been waiting for, and that is the conferring of your certificates. And so I'm now going to turn this over to Dr. Frick to get us started, and I'm going to ask all of our special guests who are seated here on the dais to step forward here at the line so we can prepare to greet you as you walk across this stage. Dr. Frick.
Thank you, President Wilson. Johns Hopkins is honored to continue to host the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Baltimore program and provide ongoing educational and professional development activities and support through alumni programming. Do we have any 10K SB alumni in the audience today? Please stand up and be congratulated. Thank you. As you can see, today is just the beginning, and we will see more of you over time. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Audience, please let the graduates know how proud you are of each one of them as they come across the stage. So please welcome the first graduates from Cohort 3. Mike Bosco from Ops Tech Alliance. David Brashear from Altus Technology Solutions. Patience Brown, Blackstone Construction Group. Kimberly Citizen, Applied Development. Mary Lou Coyle from Coyle Studios. Tony Crane from Efficient Home. Tara Doty from Sage Wellness Group. Joy Dukes from A.L. Dukes. Joshua Funk, Rehab to Perform. Bernard Gardner, Vessel Electric. Gwen Green, Applied Information Technology. Nicholas Johnson from Sukasa Furniture.
I'm actually Brandon Johnson from Consider It Done Construction.
My apologies. Next, we have Nicholas Johnson from Sukasa Furniture. Diane Knighton, Design with Nature. Jim Langley, complete paving experts. Patty McCrory from Awards Plus. Aaron McNeil from Midnight Confections Cupcakery. Sonia Mundell Smith, Complete Care Solutions. Gina Negri, Visiting Angels of Baltimore. Deborah Owens, Wealthy You. Odessa Phillip from Aceto Consulting. Yep. Kara Michelle Nether from Strength and Vitality Wellness Center. Seth Pritchett from Amarks. Gotcha. Yep. Bo Rose, Up and Smoke Caterers. Cynthia Rumpf, Fashion Spa House. Jason Schwartzberg, Marland Energy Advisors. Holly Shook, Cups Coffee House. Denise Sullivan, Urban Green Environmental. Sumesh Thomas, Hamilton Physical Therapy. Salome Tinker, TSC Enterprise. Jandy Turner, Acuity Sports. Christine Walsh, Alpha Graphics. John Woody Wood from Duo Signage and Graphics.
Thank you very much.
And Rick Zambrano from Rev Cycle Studio. How about a big hand for all of Cohort 3? And now I'll turn it over to President Kurtenitis of the Community College of Baltimore County to read the names of Cohort 4.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Frick. Cohort 4, are you ready? Okay, well, it is my special pleasure to welcome and congratulate Cohort 4, but I do want to just say one thing before you all come up here, and that is, listen, this is like being at a big party. I mean, we love your spirit, but what I have to remind you all of is that people like Dr. Wilson, Dr. Frick, me, all of our faculty, we knew you when you were timid and shy. And I'll tell you, those folks who participated in that roundtable, man, articulate, confident, purposeful. What a great joy to be part of something with such a great outcome. So, all right, Cohort 4. Chico Abengawa, Perfect Office Solutions. Janelle Anamaliki, Children's Choice, Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Robin Bell, Roadrunner Specialty Group. Taggart Brown and Associates. Lakeisha Brown, Berries by Keisha. David Carberry and Radius. Debbie Cooper, Debbie's Cuisine Catering. Gary Ditto, Who, a staffing company. Curtis Funderburg, System Integrity. Christina Janeri, Revolutionize. Bob Gillespie, Proper Design. Mike Goler, Bright View Cleaning. Joanne Grigsby, Bennett Caterers. Angel Hamilton, Dirt Killer Pressure Washers. Gwen Johnson, Express Employment Professionals. Lynette Jones Dove, L. Jones Dove and Associates Tooth Spa. Gloria Larkin, Target Gov. Matthew Lee, Fast Tech. Stephanie Mellinger, the Mellinger Group. Sharon Moore, Watkins Security Agency. Cheryl Nichols, Cafe Millwork. John Pollock, Parkwood Construction. Fernando Parada, Lago Construction. Carolyn Pressburg, Bay Runner Shuttle. David Regal, Browning Regal Insurance Agency. Tajuddin Sabri, Sabri. Deepra Srinivasan, Vision Planning and Consulting. Sandy Stevens, Cytherian. Claudia Towles, Amuse Toys. Eric Waddy, Waddy Accounting Services. All right, how about a big hand for Cohort 4? Well, we're going to bring this to a close. This crowd up here is getting as enthusiastic as this crowd down there. That's a great sign. All right, well, let me bring this event, this wonderful event to a close so that all of our stars can relax and bask in the glow of their achievement. And of course, we have a reception to which we invite all of you. But I just want to make a few comments. First, you're pretty special. You look great. You sound great. And actually, the cast of luminaries that you see up here, all here to celebrate and honor you, I hope you feel very special that this group of people up here are all here in partnership because of you and to make opportunities for people just like you. So I will just say to you that one of my favorite phrases these days, I'm not even sure where it came from, but I think it was in a movie. Go big or go home. And you, my lucky friends, you now get to do both. Your accomplishment is amazing. Yeah, you get. Your accomplishment is amazing. You're going to join this distinguished cadre of entrepreneurial alums from the 10,000 small businesses, not just here, the 125 of you now from the Baltimore region, but the 7,200 across not just the nation and the world. And I want to just congratulate and thank the mayor for her leadership in making sure that Goldman Sachs paid attention. That she is a mayor worthy of Goldman Sachs' attention and commitment to Baltimore and the Baltimore region. And I want to thank actually Goldman Sachs as well, because not only is this program made possible by their philanthropy, but by their vision. By their vision. Understanding that strengthening the economic and social well-being of a region, one business at a time, opportunity for one, redounds to positive gain for all of us. So thank you to the people up here who have helped to make this possible for you to be the one that gets this opportunity. So on behalf of all of us, I actually want to thank all of your friends and supporters who have probably 1,000 pictures of you. Yeah, so thank you for supporting your graduate, but as much thank you for putting up with them. I'm sure that wasn't easy. And I'd like to close this graduation with the same traditional injunction that I close all of our CCBC graduations, and it is this. In the gentle words of the novelist Elie Wiesel, go, my friends, and make small miracles. And given that you are here today, you are well on your way to doing that. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations.